disciplined and patient market trader. I am calm and focused when trading. I understand that trading is a game of probabilities. I allow my trades to play or free of interference. Money flows to me easily and frequently from multiple sources on a continuous basis. I trust myself. All good things come to me. I deserve abundance. I am a disciplined trader. I always stick to my trading rules and my trading plan. I see the market clearly and objectively, free of bias. I am surrounded by money. Abundance is my birthright. Wealth comes to me from many different sources. I allow the universe to bless me with abundance now. I trust that I will create abundance. I am magnetic to money, and it is magnetic to me. I move from poverty thinking to abundance thinking. I am becoming more and more prosperous every day.
All right. Great grand rising to the royal family, Ankh and Ma'at. If you guys can hear me loud and clear, please drop a 111 in the chat. If you guys can hear me loud and clear, please drop a 111 in the chat for me, please. If you guys can hear me loud and clear, please drop a 111 in the chat for me, please. All right, I see those ones. What's going on, family? I see you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, the family is over here on Zoom, letting me know that I'm coming through loud and clear. What's going on, family? For those of you who are joining us live on YouTube, wherever you are in the world, welcome, 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 welcome. If it is that you're just seeing this for the very first time, my name is Mark with a C Blake, and I am your humble servant trader here on Profits Before Sunrise, where we take only the highest probability trade ideas, executing them with discipline, patience, and consistency. Ladies and gentlemen, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and follow along if it is that you wish to get notified whenever we go live with new videos. We drop live videos every single Wednesday at 5 a.m. Central Standard Time. Every single Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen, we dive into the markets and we scalp the markets for 3 minutes, showing individuals how great the world is of Forex and how much it can help you to develop in becoming a better version of yourself. So if that's kind of the information you're looking for, you're at the right place. Go ahead and smash that like button for me, please. It does the channel a huge favor when you do that. Listen, we are growing this channel. We are helping individuals become financially independent and financially literate, knowing that they can actually invest their own money in their own time in the largest financial markets in the world. So if that's something that you want to share with others, go ahead and hit that share button as well. And let all the good folks know that we have something good going on over here, teaching people how to multiply their own money. Now let's get started. The first thing that we want to do is look at one of the ways to analyze the market, which is the fundamental way. You have fundamental analysis, you have technical and sentimental analysis. And today we're going to dive into the fundamentals right now, in addition to the technicals. And of course, the sentiment is always going to be there. Whether we're going bullish or we're going bearish, well, that is yet for us to find out when we hit the information, the data. Because when we trade, ladies and gentlemen, we don't trade just on pure luck. We trade based on speculation of the market. Yes, this is a speculative market, but it's a probability game, guys. We want to go for the highest probability using statistics and data and following our objective trading rules. And so that's what we're going to be doing right now. So follow me along into forexfactory.com. One of the things that I want to ensure that you guys do each and every single time is hit refresh on Forex Factory. Oh, by the way, this information that we're going to be sharing, ladies and gentlemen, is for educational purposes only. If it is that you're just joining us for the very first time, you're seeing this 5 days late, 5 hours late, 5 years late, look, it's already done. This is a live call. We're going to be looking at the market live. I know people will want to probably, who do not know any better, try and take trades with us, but ladies and gentlemen, it has already passed. Come on, Wednesday, 5 a.m. live and trade along with us if you wish. All right, now, forexfactory.com, Wednesday, October the 11th, I've already hit refresh, so I'm seeing the new time, the new date. And the time now for us is 5:08, right? I'm looking at the next news event at 7:30 a.m. And that is going to be USD high impact news. You can notice that with the red folder, high impact news, core PPI. You don't know what that is? What is core PPI, Mark? Well, hit the folder, the drop-down folder will open up. Change in the price of finished goods and services sold by producers, excluding food and energy. How does that affect us? How do we know how to use that information? Well, if the actual number that comes out, you can see the actual column over here. Let's see here. Let's interact. Let's interact with the charts here. So if you see the actual number here, that's what's going to come out on the day. If the actual is greater than the forecasted number, then it is good for the currency. Okay, if the actual is greater than the forecast, it is good for the currency. Now, what does it mean when it says it's good for the currency? Well, if you're looking at a pair like, let's say, Euro USD, the Euro is the base currency and USD is the quote, means that the quote on the chart will be USD. So if this is the chart, you have money over here, you have time down here, the USD will be over here. And they're going to be quoting the euro. So if it's good for the US dollar, it's actually going to be going down, contrary to popular belief. Because if USD is getting stronger, it means that the USD is going down closer to euro. So if they're 1-to-1, that's the strongest it's going to be. Once the US starts to shift to the upside, let's say $2, $3, $4, $5 compared to €1, then it's worse for the USD. So the more it goes down from 5 to 4 to 3 to 2 to 1, 1 and 1, then that's good for USD. So if the actual is greater than the forecast, we should be going down in the market. I hope that's clear. All right. If not, just join us, guys, on our calls live. If you wish to join our mentorship program Beyond the Chart, just go ahead and click Go Beyond in the comments. Just click Go Beyond. I mean, type Go Beyond in the comments, and we'll be more than happy to help you out there. All right. So if you have the actual greater than the forecast, it is good for the currency. So USD, we wait for that news to see how it will affect the market. Ladies and gentlemen, if it affects the market, you could actually be going into a trade. And at 7:30, that drops, goes counter, you know, in the total opposite way of where you had predicted the market was going, and you lose out, right? So you want to be informed. You want to know what's going on in the news to be careful when you're getting into your trades, all right? 1 o'clock p.m., we're going to have another USD FOMC meeting minutes, but there's nothing affecting us right now between 5 o'clock and 6 o'clock because that's the time when we trade. All right, so what's next? Now we need to start to build our bias about the market. We need to start now understanding which direction the currency pairs are going. So I utilize this website called currencystrengthmeter.org, and what it does, it tells me which direction the market could potentially be going by the strengths of the currencies. So we usually trade 3 different pairs. We trade Euro, USD, and JPY, and occasionally AUD, right? So I'm looking at Euro against JPY. I'm seeing there are only 2 bar differences. Well, if the first currency is greater than the second currency, then we're usually going up. So if I'm looking at Euro, let's start off with Euro JPY. If I'm looking at the Euro against the JPY, you're going to notice that there are 2 bars weaker. JPY is weaker, as you can see, by 2 bars, right? That means if the first currency is greater than the second currency, we're going up in the market. If the first is stronger than the second, we're going up. Cool? All right. So that's for Euro JPY. What about USD JPY? What about that? What about UJ? Which one is stronger? UJ. USD is the first, not because it's second in order here. It's still the first because it's UJ, and then JPY is second. So which one is stronger? JPY is stronger by 1 bar. So if the Japanese yen is stronger than the USD, the second is stronger than the first, then we're going down in the market. Okay? That simple. And then last thing, last currency pair would be Euro USD. EU. So that's the Euro against the USD. 3 bar difference. So we're going in which direction? Up. So EJ was 2 bars. UJ 1 bar. EU 3 bars. Which one do you think would have the highest probability with respect to volatility going in the direction I want? It would have to be EU because it's 3 bar difference. It's a greater disparity between between both currencies. So EU would be the one I want to look at first, then UJ second, and then EJ second, then UJ third. All right, I hope you guys got that. So EU, EJ, then UJ. Ladies and gentlemen, now is the time that you open up your broker and ensure that those currency pairs are actually paying out 65, 75% and greater. We are doing binary trades here this morning, guys. We do leverage trades on profits after dark. Right now, we're scalping binary options, which means that we are in and out with the bag in a specified time. Here, 3 minutes. Okay? It's yes or no. You're right or wrong. You make money or you lose money. And you can make a percentage of what the broker is giving you. I do not trade anything lower than 75%, which means that if you're doing $10, as your investment amount, you're going to make $7.50 if you're correct. If you are wrong, you will lose your $10. So you're making 75% on your money if you are correct in your analysis and your prediction and the timing is right. Okay, now let's dive in. So ensure that your broker is up. I'm going to do that right now for myself because I closed down my broker. Guys, if you want tips as to which brokers we use and things of that nature, go ahead and hit us up, join our group. We have a group WhatsApp, a group Telegram, beyond the charts. The WhatsApp is for, of course, our subscribed mentees, but you can become a mentee if you wish by just simply typing in the comment below mentee, all right? And we will get in touch with you and join and add you to that group. So what we're looking at right now, ladies and gentlemen, is the currency strength meter. We're going to be going over to a platform by the name of TradingView. TradingView is a free platform that you can actually use to analyze the markets. A free platform, guys. Yes, you have the paid for version, and the paid for version, ladies and gentlemen, will help you tremendously, but you can use the free one as well. So follow me on over to TradingView now. Ensure again that your broker is up and running and you have your pairs all in alignment. Now, TradingView. We start off first with, it was Euro USD, correct? And then after Euro USD, we were going to be looking at, what was it? It was EU. Whoa. EJ, the currencies have just switched up really quickly. So it's EJ first because it just switched. EJ first, and then Euro USD. All right, so EJ, then Euro USD. All right. And let me just keep the currency strength meter on my other screen over here so I can monitor the changes. The changes that are going on. All right, all right. All right, so we got the changes over here. Wonderful. So let's start off with EJ. I'm going to move EJ to the top. I'm going to remove my markers here. Okay, so we're diving into EJ. And then EU, then UJ. All right, let's go ahead and erase everything. Don't get confused by the lines, guys. We're going to erase everything and build up on it. All right, so starting off on EJ, we're already at the floor and potentially getting a move to the upside. Let's see here. So we can see the market was trending up, went into consolidation. We're currently right now at a pivotal point on the 5-minute chart. Time now is 5:18. Next move will be coming at 5:20. All right, so I'm looking at a potential move right now off this floor. All right, let's see. Price is already oversold. But we are making lower highs coming into a triangle. And we were below the moving average. All right. So what I'm looking for here, guys, I'm looking for one of two things. We're either going to get a reaction off the floor and head right back on up, or we're going to break the floor, retest it to head on down. Okay. Oh, are you serious? I see your message. I see your message, Carl. Nothing serious there. Ah, EJ, EJ, EJ. All right, no problem. Remember, we have AUD. We have AUD and We have AUD, JPY, AUD, USD, AUD, CAD. Those are the pairs to look for. So 520s here, guys. It is now time. Of course, you can see that we're already getting that movement on the 520. We usually enter on the 58 second. We have a major push up right there though, guys. You might want to wait for this candle to pull back. That is a major push, major push. You can make the decision to go in at the end of this if you want to, but it's a major push, guys. It's taken off. It's taken off. All right, look at that go. See, guys, came right down. This wick touched the floor, and now she's taken off. If you wish, the 58 second just came. That would have been your entry if you wanted to enter that move. It was happening just a little bit too quick for me, way too fast, so I did not enter. I'm going to set 3 minutes on the clock, however, and see if I can catch that retracement, that pullback, to see if I can catch the next one. All right, so let's see. All right, so the 5 minutes is crossing up the RSI. The 1 minute is already oversold and coming on down with the retracement as I was just suggesting. This price here should come back down to, and I say should, guys, because nothing is guaranteed here in all probability. So it could come back down to here, and then we get another push to the upside. So I'm going to wait for the ending, the closing of this candle, and then see if we can get on in for a position to the upside, if it is that she wants to continue moving. All right, so my family here is telling me that we don't have Euro JPY on pocket option. Okay, I get it. So let us go ahead and see if we can find something else to look at. But that would be your entry here. If you are waiting for the retest to get in, that would be your entry right there for 3 minutes. Let's go ahead and switch on to EU. Is EU on? Let me know. Okay, it's back. Man, they just put on and take off, don't they? Sheesh. Well, it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. It is what it is. We are subjected until you can have your own broker to the things that they do. All right. So let's switch on down to Euro USD to see if there's anything there. But you guys can see how that prediction was spot on with the reaction at the floor, just simply moving. Again, the difference here is that you are only in for a specific amount of time when you're doing binary options versus when you're doing just the regular traditional Forex trading. You actually determine your take profit and your stop loss. Here in options trading, it is determined for you by the time that you selected to get into the trade. And with the ready, set, go strategy that we have developed, it is 3 minutes. Okay, it is 3 minutes. That's it. All right, so looking at Euro USD, I'm also getting a reaction back to the upside here as well. I'm just gonna see where our floor is. Our floor is right here. We also have one right here that we're currently respecting. Okay, and then we have a high here. The market, as you can see, guys, is consolidating. There are 3 things that you must look for when you're going to start trading. All right, we have a set of rules that we follow. There's a step, there's a process to follow. And so we have to look for the condition of the market. What's the condition? Are we trending up? Are we trending down? Or are we just simply ranging? All right, are we simply ranging? Now, if you were able to take that EU, you can see right now that we're in profits. I'm about to clear in a couple of seconds. All right, so this would have been your entry. I went in for 3 minutes on the retest. So the market came back down. I waited on the retest. Instead of going in here, you'd have still probably, well, you would have taken an L if you went in here. So I waited on the retest. 1, 2, 3. I just cleared. That's 3% growth in 3 minutes. 333. All right, 3% growth in 3 minutes, guys. I'm looking for the highest probability trade. We came here to EJ, we saw the floor, we saw the setup, right? It was coming. I don't want to do my whole top-down analysis right now because I want to ensure that you guys can see what's coming and how to actually capitalize on the trade ideas quickly. All right, quickly. This can be done quickly. All right. Sometimes we get paralysis of analysis, analyzing, analyzing, analyzing. Guys, when you see your trade idea and it meets your trading objective rules, then take the trade. See, most often, the only reason why we tend to can't do this, why so many of us fail, is because so many of us fail to listen to ourselves. We fail to give ourselves an instruction and follow through with it. It's just human nature, I see. So what we have to do is set rules for ourselves in this environment, rules to follow, and then just follow them, just execute them. That is it. That's all a strategy is, guys. It's a system designed with rules. That's all it is. All right. So let's take a look at Euro USD. It was moving up. That one already reacted to the floor. So that's gone. Let's look at USD JPY. Let me go back to my single screen mode. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm good now. This is how I trade. I take one trade and I'm good. I say one a day will keep poverty away, right? 3% growth one day. If you do that 3 days, that's 9% growth for the week. Ladies and gentlemen, if 9% growth is not enough for you, you might need to go open up your own bank. And I don't know, I guess, I don't know what you're going to invest in, but let me know. Because anything that you can do greater than 9% per week, I want to know about it. All right, let me know. Please drop it in the comment below. Drop it in the comments below and let me know if there's something else out there that you know of that can give you 9% per week, 3% a day. Let me know. I would be glad to look into it because I'm all about the investing. I got a lot of folks over here who would love to multiply their money. All right. We know how it goes, guys. We know what the banks are out there offering on a yearly basis, and it doesn't come close to 9, 10, 12%. All right, if that much. So please let us know. All right, so we're looking at USD JPY. I'm going to go ahead and delete all these drawings, and let's just start a fresh and see what the market is doing now. So what are we looking at? Again, remember 3 things. First thing is the condition. Are we trending up or are we trending down? One of the key things that we use, the key tools, one of the key tools that we use is the EMA. The EMA helps us to identify if we're trending up or down. Right now, you can see we're literally moving sideways. We're below, we're above, we're below, we're above, we're below, we're red and green. We're moving sideways pretty much. But right now, we are below the moving average, the red. So we are moving to the downside. All right, we're moving to the downside, and you can see that if I take the EMA now off, you're going to see that we're moving to the downside. All right, so that's the condition. The first condition we wanted to identify is the direction of the market. We're moving down. Okay, we're moving down. Now, from moving down, we want to ask ourselves the second one, which cycle of the market are we in? The market has 2 cycles. It has an impulse and it has a correction, or what some people call the pullback. All right, it has the impulse and a pullback. And then we also have consolidation where it isn't pulling back or impulsing because it's not trending. It's ranging, it's going sideways. We're in a sideways range right now. Guys, let me give you something real quick. It's 529. We already got one trade off. Let's see if we can find another one. We're going to have to go to the AUD pairs for that because we have already exhausted the possibilities with EJ and EU and UJ. So we're looking at UJ right now. Price is trending down, right? But you notice it broke it right here. It broke that trend line. It was below, 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 broke. No longer below. If I were to extend this, it'll look a little bit better. All right, you see that? No longer below, it's moving sideways. So the fact that it's moving sideways, guys, means to me that I need to create a range. So we're ranging. We're no longer moving sideways. We're in what is called a range. We're moving sideways. And that's when you have what is known as a support and a resistance that is keeping the price in the inside. So we move from trending to ranging. And because we were trending down, now that we get into this range, we're trading everything downwards. So we would have taken that as a trade going down, would have taken this as a trade going down, and we would have taken this as a trade just now going down. All right, that would be 530. This is the 525 candle going down, the 520 candle going down, the 515 candle going down, and the 530 candle going down. All right, the ideal trade opportunity here would have been 520 because the RSI was lined up. Okay, so that would have been an amazing move to the downside on USD JPY. And if you're a leverage trader, then this is also an opportunity for you to take this to the next zone. You can use your short position tool, calculate out if you want to grab a couple of pips down, and go figure. This is just about 10 pips. All right, that's about 10 pips. So if it were that I was set up with my broker right now, I don't want to get into doing that. But I would just hit sell, execute to sell, put my stop loss above the high, which would be about, I would say about 5 pips above the high. So let's say about, let me put it about 6 pips to the high. That would be my stop loss and my take profit 10 pips. And you execute, let it ride. All right. That would be a leverage position. Okay. Let's look at the AUDs. Let's look at the AUDs, see if there's anything lined up for us there. So AUD CAD, let's look at AUD CAD first. Only 2-bar difference there on AUD CAD, and we also have the arrows on the currency strength not moving in our favor. AUD is actually red and CAD is green. A red arrow to the downside, a green arrow with CAD to the upside, and so that's counterproductive, right? It's counterproductive. But what's the first condition? The first condition is to identify the, dropped in the chat for my mentees on Zoom. The first condition is, I'm looking for the answer. Guys, okay, all right. So the trend is the first condition. Are we trending? Can someone tell me if we're trending up or down on AUD CAD? What are we doing here? What are we doing? Are we trending up or down? I don't know. So I'm going to take my EMA, turn it on. It's moving sideways, guys. It's ranging. So you can see it move. Let's just take it from here. Let's see. It shifted up above the moving average, and we've been trending up. You see that? Then we had this big correction, switching us into sell mode below the moving average, and then now we're moving sideways. All right, wonderful. So we're trending. I mean, we're ranging. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we now need to wait for the breakout opportunity. So we are either going to wait for another reaction at the ceiling or the floor, or we're going to wait for the breakout trade. All right, Mark, what is a breakout trade? Ah, but you see, that is what Ready, Set, Go is built on. It's built on the market's ability to break out of these key areas, these key reversal areas. So if it's going to continue moving to the downside as it was, right? It was moving down and then it started to consolidate. So if we're moving down, we're either looking for trades bouncing off the top of the range, or we're waiting on the breakout. Breakout, the retest, and then the push to the downside. So you guys want to find out what the third condition is, right? What the third step is. Well, you're gonna have to join our mentorship program to get the full dosage of that, guys. I might just drop a free tool in the comments below. I might drop a free tool to help you guys figure that out. But hey, you gotta wait on the breakout. It's just that simple. Wait on the breakout, then the retest, then you get into the market. So if anything, we're looking for a move off the floor. Right here, the floor turn into a ceiling and you take your trade. All right. So you wait for that. If it continues to trend up, let's say it breaks back above the moving average, then you're simply not looking for that trade anymore. What you're going to be looking for is a breakout again to the upside instead. Breakout to the upside, a retest, and then a push. Okay? So you're in the waiting game. Ladies and gentlemen, we get paid to wait. We get paid to wait. All right. So that's AUD CAD. How about AUD JPY? How's that looking? So JPY is 1 bar stronger than AUD. Nope, I just refreshed it and they're now the same. So they're pretty much the same. So all right, so let's go ahead and delete what we have here and see what's happening. So the currency strength meter is saying they're the same, but we just broke our uptrend and we're heading to the downside now, right? So our 5-minute condition is a downward move. So yes, they're equal strengths, and you can see why right now they're kind of battling it out. The buyers and the sellers are battling it out. See, this is why the market is so dynamic. It's made up of buyers and sellers who all have different desires, right? Whether they're buying or selling. And so it's very dynamic because no one person has the same emotion, the same outlook, the same everything, right? It's always going to be slightly different, different opinions and things of that nature. So we're looking for a potential move to the downside. We want to see if the sellers are going to maintain control and push the market down, then retest, then we're taking it to the downside. Or we could potentially head back up to the ceiling or the resistance area and come right back on down. Okay, that's AUD JPY. Simple as that. So we're looking for the 542 or the 508 zone on the upper side, or the 394, 386 on the lower side. Okay, and I am simply going to just set an alert on my RSI to let me know when we could potentially be in position to sell. I want this at the 70, so I'll set it at the 70. Save. All right, wonderful. So we're going down with AUD JPY. AUD USD, let's go ahead and refresh because it seems that the market is changing rapidly. All right. USD has 5 bars and AUD has 6. So AUD is stronger than USD. Let's see what it's doing. All right. So pushing back on up again, kind of consolidated, but below, more on the lower side of the EMA. So we are consolidating. Let's see if we're going to get that push back down again. I can see that we have a lot of imbalance in this candle. Another topic that if you're unfamiliar with beyond the charts, if you want to learn more about how we trade, you just can drop in the comment below, learn. All right. Drop in the comments below, learn if it is that you have a desire to learn and earn in the largest financial markets in the world. All right. So we have a floor right here. We have a floor right there. And this floor, as you guys can see, was tested. It might not have been tested with a lot of candlesticks, but it was tested with a wick. A wick came down, wicked it, and then it moved right back on up. Okay, but there's a little problem here. Within this range, we have another floor, and that's right here. Why is it significant? Because multiple candlesticks have come down and got rejected off of it. Why didn't I use this one? Because it would have just been this reaction alone. This one had this. It had this over here. Because if I pull this, guys, I see it, but I don't really pull it, right? So let me pull it for you guys so you can see. This area here is pretty strong. I don't want to go any further back, but look, it got rejected here. It got rejected here. It got rejected here. It's getting rejected here. And now you can see it's getting rejected again. How do you know, Mark? Because there's a wick into it here, a wick into it here, a third wick into it here, and the candlestick is finally within that zone. Okay, so this could pose, why am I drawing this? Why is this important? Because this could pose as an area where price could also get rejected. All right, this could have posed as an area where price could also get rejected. And so I want to be prepared for that. This is chess. It ain't checkers, guys. You got to think several moves ahead. All right. I also know that this candlestick has major imbalance in it. So price might pull all the way back up to this wick. This is also a possibility. If it doesn't get rejected and it breaks out, I'm thinking to myself, next, where is the next move? The next move could be right at the end of the imbalance, right there. Price gets up there, turns around, heads back down. Okay. Because we're ultimately looking for a sell position based on how the market is structured right now. Now, the next question again is, what if it breaks there? What if it doesn't respect that? Simple. Then we take it further up now to the zone, the highest zone. And then we can think beyond that. What if the market no longer wants to stay at that zone and it's ready to break out? Then let it break out and just go with the flow. Let it retest, and then head to the upside. Where would be the next resistance point? None other than right here. Okay. So you have to just continue mapping and moving with the market. Map and move, map and move, map and move. Okay, map and move. So that would be the outlook for AUD USD. Either a rejection here to the downside, a breakout, a retest, and a continuation. Well, somebody says, but Mark, that's a whole lot of moving. How do I know? You don't. You don't. There is no secret formula or any secret indicator or anything that's going to let you know what the market's going to do, ladies and gentlemen. What's going to let you know what the market is going to do is you believing in your own analysis and your own prediction of the market. And that will only come with practice over time. Being in the market night and day, studying the market. It takes work. This is real work. It's not physical work, it's mental work. It can be exhausting even. Last night on Profits After Dark, for those of you who are on, I apologize. I was probably talking rubbish. Right? So tired. It's exhausting. It is. I have to do things to ensure that I can stay focused on the charts at times. I tell you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is no joke. It is a full-time job. If you're even trading for an hour, don't let people on YouTube play it off as though it's all hunky-dory. You jump in and you go buy yourself a Lamborghini. It's real work. And you have to be committed to this. You have to be dedicated to changing your family's generational wealth, dedicated. And you can't do it. I mean, you've noticed, you've witnessed us take this first trade this morning, and we're already 3% up. You're seeing right now the reaction that I just told you about. It's possible, guys. All right? But you have to put in the work. So you can see here, this move that I was just telling you about, be careful of this zone, because this zone is going to prove to be challenging. Well, it's giving you that challenge right now at 545. The RSI is at the 50% line, so it's not my trade, but for those who trade the 50, that might be something to look at. All right, you can see the reaction. Mark, what do you mean by the reaction? Each candlestick brings with it a story. And the story that this little candlestick here is telling us, it's called a doji. It's called a doji, dragonfly doji. This doji here is saying to us that the market has selling pressure in this area. That's why you have such a long wick. Do you think it's a coincidence that the wick went all the way up to the end of the zone right here and just stopped and turned around, and now you're getting selling pressure on this candle? No, sellers, there was selling pressure. Market pushed down in this zone. So if you're a scalper, you drop down to your 1 minute time frame and you're scalping real good. That was your trade right here, 542. Look at that big drop. This is the zone. You're just not seeing it right now because I switched from the 5 minute to the 1 minute. But this is your entire zone right here. Price came up into the zone, touched it, and then dropped. This is exactly what we just said. Price went up into the zone, then dropped. It's exactly what we just said. See? So don't tell me you guys can't do this. Just requires some work and some coaching, some mentorship, right? You want to follow individuals who know what they're doing. You want to get wealthy, study wealth. You want to get good at public speaking, study someone who does public speaking, right? You want to get good at real estate, go study somebody who is doing real estate. You want to get good at trading, well, study with someone who's doing trading. It's really simple, guys. Success leaves clues. Pay attention. Pick up the breadcrumbs. My mom would say, pick up the pluck. All right. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Time now is 5:48. We're seeing that reaction right now. For those of you who are 50 traders and took that, kudos to you on that clear if you did take that trade. All right, let's see what else is going on. Those are 6 pairs, guys. We ran through them like hot butter on a bread, or like butter on a hot bread. I don't know how to say it, right? We're still seeing that reaction to the upside. Still doesn't want to break the floor here. All right, so we're going to wait for that to be broken, if at all. What would be the next move? The next move would be for us to wait to see if it's going to come up here, react at that level, push on back down, or if she wants to break out and retest, totally up to her. Whatever she wants to do, we'll just be prepared for it. Euro USD, let's see what's going on there. Still pushing up. The reaction is there clearly. As you guys can see, that was our trade idea. That too was successful. I didn't take this one. All right, but that was also successful. USD JPY. We were looking for the sell off the ceiling. As you guys can see, the sell off the ceiling came. That too was amazing. All right, not sure if you guys were able to take that. For my folks over there on Zoom. Guys, if I'm moving too fast for today, you guys let me know, because I'm talking to some beginners on YouTube possibly who know nothing about the market. And if it is at all confusing to you guys, it's okay too, because it's a different language. You have to learn this language. You know, there are 5 love languages. I believe this was one of them. You got to learn this love language, right? Because you got to have love for this. All right. You can try it out, but you got to have love for this. It's not for the faint of heart. It is not for the easily deterred. It's not for the weak minds. This is powerful stuff. All right. So we got that reaction to the downside. So those 3 pairs are done with. All right. If you're going to be looking for another move, it has to come within the zones or for that breakout. Let's see what AUD CAD has in store for us. How many of you guys cleared the EJ? Dropped in the chat, let me know. Not sure if I was the only person I was able to take that. Let me see if the family was able to trade with me on that one. Dropped in the chat, because outside of that, we got the Euro USD move to the upside. That's when I drew this dotted line. Price came down to it to the T and then pushed off. All right. So, okay, I got you. I got you. Anybody else took that trade with me? Let's see. USDJPY pushing up, going back into the zone. That one was also a good move. That one came at about 515. We would have seen it at about 525. That also pushed. AUD CAD, let's see. AUD CAD has not set up as yet. We're still in between zones on the RSI. AUD JPY already tested the ceiling and fell. All right, so we have not gotten a move on AUD JPY as yet, so we still wait for that. And AUD USD, we await that move as well. Guys, look, go back if you're watching this video at a later time and you're not live. Go back a couple of minutes back. Go back to 5:35 in this video. 5:35, when the time was 5:35. That would have been let's see, we're 5:52, 5, 10, 15 minutes. Go back 15 minutes into this video and watch when we came to AUD USD. What did we do? We figured out that there were 2 areas. First of all, the condition was that we're ranging. Then the cycle, are we retracing or are we impulsing? Well, we're in a range, so it could be either or, right? And then we have to look for the third thing. Well, we have a floor here, and we have a floor here, and we have a ceiling here. This is known as the support. This is also known as the resistance. I noticed that we were in that zone. However, I also noticed that there was an area of interest where the price rejected a couple of times within this range. And if you look to the left, you'll see where it rejected, 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 rejected. So we saw this as also a major zone. I said price was potentially going to come back up to that area and get rejected. That's why I drew this diagram. Okay. And as you can see, the reaction back to the downside so far for the last 10 minutes was selling. You had an opportunity there for 3 minutes throughout this entire push to sell the market. However, I did not take advantage of it because it did not follow my trading entry rules. My trade entry rules will dictate that my RSI must be in a specific position before I can get in. And it was not in that position. Great trade, but it wasn't my trade. Guys, it's a key thing to learn in the markets. Your trade is your trade. Trade your trade. Don't go following all these other different traders doing all these other different strategies and you've not stopped to make it yours. Create a strategy for you. I've already created one for you. You can build on it. All right. You can take that and practice it, back test it, go over our videos. You'll see it in play over and over and over and over again. Practice doesn't make perfect, it makes better. All right, it makes better. All right, guys, it's now 5:55. It's time to close out this call. Let us go ahead and just give thanks. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the opportunity that we have here on Profits Before Sunrise to multiply our money in the largest financial markets in the world. This is truly a skill for the individuals who would like to transform their financial future. It's a skill for those individuals who want to change the trajectory of their generations to come, financially and also emotionally, because this is a game of emotional intelligence. It's not so much about the money, guys. I'm going to tell you that right off the bat. I'll be the first one to tell you that it's not about the money. It is about you being able to follow your own instructions, not my instructions, your instructions to yourself. The one that's saying, I'm going to go to the gym. The one that's saying, I'm going to eat clean. It's the one that's saying, I'm going to drink lots of water. How you do anything is how you do everything, ladies and gentlemen. It's the one that's saying, I'm going to spread my bed first thing when I wake up in the morning. That sets a tone for your day. Discipline. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what you actually need to become successful here in the markets. It's not technical analysis. That's probably only about 20-30% of the knowledge you need. Knowledge you need is of self. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you the truth. The knowledge that you truly need to be successful here is of self. No, you can't do that alone. You're not going to be able to do that alone. Yes, you have to go within yourself on your lonesome. But ladies and gentlemen, if you were able to do that, then why isn't it already done? You need coaching, guys. You need a conscious interrupt. You need an accountability partner, someone who's going to say, no, you did not follow your rules. Your rules stated that you should sell the market when the RSI is at such and such and such and such. You didn't do that. You actually sold it when it was at such and such. You didn't follow your rules. Your rules state that you should have proper risk management, which means that you should only risk 3% per day. You just lost 3%. Why are you trading? Why are you trading again? Is it fear of missing out? Or are you just revenge trading the market? Are you trying to make back your money? That means you weren't willing to lose it in the first place. That means you're not willing to risk. And if you're not willing to risk, how can you look for a reward? You can't. There is no reward without risk, ladies and gentlemen. And that is why a lot of people are satisfied with 1% per year, 2% per year, because they're not willing to take the risk. Then don't complain that your money isn't growing. Do what you do. Don't complain to the banks. I love the banks. The banks are able to provide a service for you that don't want to take risk. So they deserve all your money. They're the ones taking the risk. You see what I'm saying, guys? They are taking the risk for you, so they get the bulk of your money. You get what's left because you don't take the risk. Risk isn't bad. You must learn to manage risk. That you must do, but it isn't bad. So over here, I say 1 to 3%. That's my tolerance, guys. I don't want to risk anything more. 1 to 3%, I'm good. If it goes 3.1, I'm sweating. Okay. If it goes 3.5, 4%, I'm like, whoa, that's too much. I was okay with 3 now, not 4 or 5. But so many of us put ourselves in that position. Let's not do that. Let's trade with professionals. Let's trade with like-minded individuals. Let's trade beyond the charts. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I am your host, Mark with the C. Blake, your humble servant trader here on Profits Before Sunrise, where we take only the highest probability trade ideas. With that being said, go ahead again and subscribe to the channel if you like what you heard today. If you got value, go ahead and smash that like button and share this information with so many individuals out there who just desire a breakthrough. They just need another opportunity that can help them make some money. And guess what? Who better to bet on but you? All right. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, again, I'm your host, Mark with a C. I'm out. Peace.